Hello everyone, Phil here. Welcome to DSPReacts. Welcome to DSP versus the Internet, the weekly clips react show here on the channel. This week we've got a good variety of clips that we're going to be watching, and I'm very excited to see what you guys have come up with. Ultra member videos first, then standard member videos put into a randomized playlist. Remember, we are guaranteed to watch all Ultra member videos first. Good stuff this week in regards to spooky stuff. Remember, we're in the midst of October, the Halloween horror month, and I'm happy that people have followed my suggestions, and we're now going to be watching some horror-themed content. I think it should be pretty fun and spooky and appropriate for the season. So this is part one of episode 34 for October 8th, 2023. Remember, the best way to support my efforts on this channel is to become a member, because members suggest the clips for this show. Thank you to anyone who contributes in any way during the stream. Remember, I don't really make any money on these videos. They all get claimed on YouTube. I appreciate anyone who contributes. And in which case, let's just get started, shall we? All right, ladies and gents, without further ado, let's see what you guys came up with this week. Here we are. A 911 emergency.
Yes, somebody speak Spanish, please.
Sí, señor, ¿cómo lo puedo ayudar?
Vamos, tengo un reporte de que acá en la Clinton y la Bilger estaba yo sacando agua y un pandillero sacó una 9 milímetros en una bicicleta venía un carro que le partió ahí con una muchacha y 3 personas más, jóvenes, y les digo que qué barrio son. Y ellos me dicen, nosotros no somos nada, pero ¿qué hacen aquí arriba la mirada loco? Y yo vine, estaba queriendo salir del carro y me dijo, y tú vete de acá, me dijo, vete de acá que ya te conozco. Y es mentira, no me conoce de pandillero, no soy pandillero. Y me dijo que me fuera, que si no me podía matar. Y yo ¿qué puedo hacer más que llamarlos a ustedes? Soy civil yo, no soy pandillero.
Ok, y me dijo la Oakwood y la Virgil.
No, Clinton.
La Clinton y la Virgil.
La Virgil, ya, aquí en la market. Pero yo me vine para el departamento de bomberos acá para la Virgil.
What is he saying? Right? Like, what is he saying happened? Did he say that someone's riding on a bicycle and has a gun? Is that what he's trying to say? Like, I can't understand. He's like ranting all over the place, and you can't understand what he's trying to say because he's like very erratic in what he's explaining to the 911 caller or operator, right? Like, I don't understand what exactly he's trying to tell them, right? Let's keep going. There.
Okay, so ya no ve el hombre.
Ya no veo el hombre, yo me
I think he said there was a guy on a bike with a gun. Is that what he was saying?
Porque yo no tengo armas y no soy malo. Soy gente de trabajo.
¿Y el hombre es americano, latino, chino, negro?
Hispano.
¿Como cuántos años piensa que tiene el hombre?
Con unos 22, 23.
About 22, 23. How would he know that?
Y un short como ves, y una máscara negra, y un gorro negro, una gorra negra, y carga una bicicleta negra.
If he's wearing a black mask and riding a bike, how would he know he's 22 or 23? What is going on in this call? A tall black bicycle.
¿Y cuánto mide la altura o peso?
Altura como
How would he know he's riding a bicycle? How would he know how tall he is?
150 libras.
How would he know? This is the most ridiculous call.
Okay. ¿Y en qué mercado era que lo vio?
Es una marca pequeñita que está en la esquina donde hay una máquina de agua. La marca, dice. Es la más esquinita, Virgil y Clinton. Pero yo estoy huyendo, yo estoy acá en los departamentos de bomberos. Pues en la calle de mi carro, ¿verdad? Yo estoy escondido, tengo miedo.
All right, so I think he's saying there's a guy riding around on a bike with a gun. He's waving it around and threatening people. I think that's what he's trying to say. Right? Yeah, see, black hat, black mask, beige shorts. So we actually get a camera now. Man, that's shitty ass quality for 2020. Look how bad this is. That's him? So they're actually chasing the guy. Okay. And he's not stopping? He's got a gun. Oh, wow. So the guy was correct. Does he really think he's going to outrun the police on a bike? Like, what is this? Right? Look like he was gonna go left, he changed his mind. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! He got wrecked. He got fucking wrecked by the door. Oh no. Well, I mean, did you really think you were going to outrun the police on a bicycle? I did not think that was going to happen. Well, that was easy. Is that it? That's literally it. What else are they going to do? I mean, that was... What else is going to be shown? He got arrested. Anything else? No. What's this? Oh, they're like from in the car. Oh, is this from inside the car? We get to see it from in the car. Watch this.
Madison, north of Monroe.
About to take him out. He's ready. This guy's totally ready. Deploy the door.
Normal. Normal.
It's got to be right there, right?
So we have a possibly armed suspect failing to comply. You want to get this beanbag ready, bro? Yeah. Cool. I got contact and lethal, bro. You got less lethal. You gonna beanbag him? Yeah. No, I'm
Come on. Oh my god, it takes too long. Oh, here we go. Boom! We saw him fly. Took him right the fuck out.
What the fuck did I do?
Hey, what do you think you fucking did, homie?
Easy. We got it. You up there? Oh.
So I wonder, did he even have the gun, right? I mean, what a dumbass. If the cops are behind you and you're doing nothing wrong, why are you not stopping? Why are you trying to outrun the cops on a bicycle? Just stop. Most they're going to do is search you. If they find nothing, they'll leave you alone. Like, what the hell? Anyway. All right. So the philosophy of Red Hood. This is interesting. Red Hood was a character in Gotham Knights, a game that I played just about 1 year ago. He's supposed to be one of the didn't he used to be like Robin? And only he goes like way more ultra violent than Batman does. He basically employs methods like using guns that Batman will not do. So let's see what this is.
Oh, you got to talking with Raish, huh? But does it make it easier for you to think that my little dip in his fountain of youth
I can't hear it.
Rabid? Or is this just the real me?
I can't hear it. Can you hear it? I can't hear his voice.
Jason Todd, one of the coldest characters in DC, and I'm not talking about his heart. Batman's second Robin, and my favorite out of all of them. Jason has a different rulebook when it comes to dealing with villains.
Wasn't Jason Todd the shortest lived Robin? Right? I think he was. The original Robin was Robin for a long time, and then he became Nightwing, and then Jason Todd was very short-lived Robin, and because of the messed up stuff that happened, then he had the third Robin after that, right? I think so.
His former mentor, Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, or as others like to refer to him as.
It's the freaking best!
Jason doesn't mind putting his enemies down for good. He believes that Batman is failing Gotham City by continuing to let villains escape with their lives, just for them to return back to wreak havoc in the city over and over again. So in this video, we'll be exploring the personal philosophy of Jason Todd and why he does what he does. Now, believe it or not, all of us have our own personal philosophy. Think of it as your own belief system.
We do?
Jason is often considered the black sheep out of the Bat family. Fueled by his anger and rage, he's arguably the most ambitious and resilient out of all the Robins that have come before and after him. He's been through the most out of all of them.
Wait, there's even more? Because that's Nightwing. That's the current Robin. That's Red Hood. Who the hell's the other one? There's another one? There was a fourth Robin?
So he will always have that chip on his shoulder. The Red Hood originally was a disguise worn by the Joker before he became a psychopath. Jason chose to take over the persona so he could own what the Joker did to him, similar to Batman taking on the Bat persona to own his fear of bats. Now, Jason wasn't always a killer. Back then when he was Robin, the most he was a hothead and sometimes hard to control. It wasn't until—
Oh, I see. People are saying that other one was Damian Wayne, who's the son of Batman, who also became a Robin. So yeah, there was another Robin. Oh my God. Sheesh.
His mentor, the father figure in his life, the Batman, let Joker literally get away with murder. And I believe what hurts Jason the most is the fact that if it had been Batman who was beaten to a bloody pulp, he goes on to say, "I would have done nothing but search the planet for this pathetic pile of evil, death-worshipping garbage and sent him off to hell." Jason is willing to be the darkness that Batman is afraid of being. He knows that the cat and mouse game between Joker and Batman is ridiculous and it must come to an end, because at the end of the day, the only people paying the price are the people dying. So he decides enough is enough. If Batman isn't going to rid the city of villains, he's going to take it upon himself to do the job. Now, it's no surprise that Batman, upon finding out that Red Hood is actually his former sidekick, doesn't quite agree with his methods. And it isn't just a killing. Jason goes to war with Black Mask in order to take control of the drugs in Gotham. Except his message is different. Don't sell the children or I will kill you. He lets Batman know that he's acknowledged the fact that you will never be able to truly stop crime, so at the very least he can control it. And although I do agree with Batman's methods of dealing with crime as opposed to Jason's, Jason does make a fair point. For years, Batman has always decided to rule Gotham through fear. But what do you do with the ones who aren't afraid? Because at this point, every criminal in Gotham knows that the most Batman's gonna do is just send them to a hospital.
All right, that's actually a very fair point. If you're examining the philosophy of Batman, and by the way, I'm going to close my blinds even more. Look how bright it is in here right now. If you're examining the philosophy of Batman, you know Batman will never murder, right? So what is the most extreme thing he will do? Beat you up, right, and arrest you? But if these criminals have found a way around the legal system and continuously escape or get out, get off for what they're doing, they're just going to be back. So they're not afraid of Batman anymore. Maybe at first they were, but they're not anymore. And then Jason Todd's the antithesis of that. I know there'll always be crime, but instead let me control the crime and have it be within the confines of my code of reasoning. So there's going to be drugs. We can't stop the drugs, but make it so that the drugs only get sold to compliant adults. The moment that you start selling it to kids, that's when I come and I kill you all. I mean, some people would probably see of him as an anti-hero, right? That he's definitely not a goody two-shoes hero, but he's definitely someone who's out to try to make Gotham better, just through a more violent way. The thing is, though, I think where that kind of code or philosophy gets dangerous is, so who makes the decision of how far is too far and where are the limitations? Because now, basically, now Jason Todd or Red Hood will be the new judge of Gotham, right? Who made him the moral compass of the entire city? While with Batman, you know he's just not going to put up with anything. Jason Todd said, I'll put up with this, but not with this. You go this far, but not this far, right? And so that'll be interesting to see. You know, I don't know. I've never read any of the comics with Jason Todd / Red Hood in them. But to see what the plot lines are there, right? Like, who made him judge, jury, and executioner of Gotham? With Batman, you know, he's just going to stop all crime if he can. But with Jason Todd, you know, how far is too far? Where's the code line? I don't know. Anyway, I got to close these blinds. I can't even see. Once again, the sun comes out. The sun comes out in the middle of my stream. I can't see Jack. All right, now I can actually see again. Okay. It's an interesting plot line. But again, I'm not into comics anymore. I haven't really read any of these stories, so okay.
So in his eyes, he's doing what Batman doesn't have the spine to do. Jason never holds back when it comes to dealing with villains. He doesn't care about playing dirty. As long as he gets the job done, he will stop at nothing to make sure it happens.
Another thing is, I understand that was one of the Robins, correct? But why the hell can't Batman find and stop him? You know, he's just a normal guy. He's not rich like Bruce Wayne, so he doesn't have unlimited resources. How is he able to stay hidden from Batman? And Batman can't stop him? Why not? If Batman really thought that he was going too far, why isn't he able to hunt him down and stop him? Right?
So morally, he's in the gray area, but he tries to do the right thing. He's not out to kill every single criminal, just the ones that in his eyes deserve to be put down, like the Joker for example. Batman feels like if he kills the Joker, that he would be no better than him, or the man who killed his parents, or any criminal for that matter. But Jason doesn't see it that way. He'd rather be known as the monster who's saving countless lives. His quest for vengeance is what drives him. The rough life he had to endure growing up as a kid in Gotham, the psychological trauma that was dealt to him by the Joker, and his mind being warped by the Lazarus Pit, all created the Red Hood, a true anti-hero. My favorite Robin and one of my favorite DC characters. I love how despite all the tragedies Jason has to go through, whether it be his mom dying from a drug overdose and his dad murdered by Two-Face, the man he was working for, or being killed by the Joker, only to find out he was never avenged and was ultimately replaced by a new Robin. He sticks to what he believes is true justice and carries it out relentlessly. His goal isn't to be a hero, to be admired, or to be looked up to. His goal is to give Gotham's criminals a taste of their own medicine. His rage is known to be his biggest weakness, but it's also the fuel that keeps him going to achieve his objectives. Even though at first he hated Batman and wanted to get revenge on him for not putting down the Joker, ultimately he still forgave him in the end, which leads me to believe that under all that darkness and rage, there's still light in him. Maybe that light in him will never show in ways that the Bat family would want it to, but that's okay. In the end, I still appreciate the character, and in my opinion, I think he's the most realistic Robin out of all of them. I want to thank you all for watching.
It's cool because he's like the anti-Batman. Yeah, he came from Batman, right? So it's because I do like that. I like that character design. All right.
Out of all the men to cheat, you picked John Kramer?
Jigsaw is back again. Again.
The cancer is still spreading.
So wait, didn't this just come out? This one? I think this movie just came out. I haven't seen it at all, so.
I'm afraid there's nothing else we can do. There is one person who might be able to help.
Our program is a two-pronged treatment outside Mexico City. The results have been stunning.
She saved my life.
You're in very good hands with us.
After that, what happens then?
Your whole life happens then. John Kramer.
According to these scans, the tumor was never removed.
How much time do I have?
Months, at best.
I still have a lot of work that needs to be done.
Okay, I don't get it. Did he not die in like the third movie? Right? This is like Saw 10, correct? He died in like the third movie, right? Like I remember that in the movie, in the third or fourth one, is the one where the tumor has grown so big in his head that she does like surgery on his head to release the pressure because he's in so much pain, right? And then he dies in that movie. And then I remember some of the future Saws were like, okay, these are prequels, and these are his new followers. Like, I remember some of the people who had survived his game become his followers later on, and so they follow in his footsteps. But at one point, do they stop bringing this guy back? Right? Anyway. So what it is, apparently, it sounds to me like this was a scam. Like there was some kind of a medical group that acted like they were a fringe group. How much you want to bet they don't take medical insurance? It's like only for rich people or something. So they claimed that they could stop, they could probably stop cancer or something, when in reality it was all scam. Like that girl was the one who testified, said, oh, they saved my life. Well, here she is. So she was full of it. She lied, right? And then maybe all the staff too. So basically he's punishing all of them for lying about being like miracle doctors. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. It's time to play a game. You all pretended to cure me.
Yeah.
But what I have planned for each of you is very real.
But what's the point of this movie? He's already dead. You already know everything that's happened after this. So even if it's a prequel, why did they make this? I've always been a person of the opinion, I don't like prequels. All right? Prequels, essentially, there's no point. Because you already know what happened after. I mean, I understand you want the backstory, but there's no consequence, right? Like, you already know what happened after the fact, so there's no risk of anything. Like, when they had that Walking Dead Michonne game, you know Michonne isn't going to die because she went on to do other things. So there's no risk there. The protagonist will not die. So it's like, in this movie, it's like, who cares what happens? This is all early, so no one gives a shit, right?
The only thing I have not provided is your anesthetic. But trust me, you will want to remain alert. Of all the men to cheat, you picked John Kramer? Please,
so it's just a standalone movie that really has nothing to do with the plot. It's just like a side story, basically, right? A side story. Oh my god.
Place a big enough piece of your cerebral tissue into the glass enzyme tank. This will save your life.
So sleep, silent
This is not retribution. It's a reawakening. Live or die. The choice is yours.
I don't know who that was. Was she supposed to be from one of the other Saw movies? Probably. Probably a survivor from one of the different Saw movies or something. No, but watch. What's going to happen is, what always happens, right? One of the people will end up passing and surviving. And then, basically, they'll become the new person who does the work of Jigsaw, even though he's dead. Because that's what happened in the other movies. Like, you have the different ones who were the survivors, and then they would come back later on. Shockingly, they'd come back and be like, what? Oh, so they, now they're the new Jigsaw, right? Like, I remember one of the twists, all right, I don't want to spoil, but one of the huge twists was that one of the more recent movies from like the last 5 or 6 years was that it was like one of the original guys from the first movie ended up being the next Jigsaw. You're like, what the hell? Like, why? Like, he was the first one. That's kind of crazy full circle, right? Anyway, I mean, I get it, the gore and the tenseness. I get it. But at the same time, I mean, these movies have gone on for quite some time, have they not? It's pretty ridiculous at this point. Like, how much longer are they going to go on? All right. Anyway, this is a good place to split the part. Thank you guys for watching DSP versus the Internet. Hope you enjoyed part 1. There's still many more parts to come as we continue on with the Ultra member videos. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in part 2. See you then.